Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ticket Stubs and Popcorn. I am Frank.
And I'm Peter.
And today we are going to be talking about Laura Dern, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, Laura
She's pretty
Dern.
cool. Done some interesting stuff. So, yeah, it'll be fun.
Very good. Looking forward to that one. We'll save this for the end, but I have a question
course.
for you.
Yeah.
It's become its own genre. It's have a very good, long history. Heist film.
Heist film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a heist team that you would have loved to be a part of?
All right. Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
That's
in
good.
on the heist.
All right, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I could do that. All right, great. So why don't you start off with Laura Dern?
You want me to start with Laura Dern? All righty, Laura Dern. One of those rare instances where she has both parents in Hollywood there. So she's a lot of times you get like, oh, so and so's the son of, or the daughter of.
But
This one, she's got
both powerhouses
mother and father were both are both, or maybe a little more in the past, but they're still with us.
Yeah.
Good actors. So she comes from a little bit of she has a pedigree there.
She does indeed.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start off with going back a little bit. Rambling Rose.
Okay.
This one's an interesting her character is Rose. Interesting combination of innocence and sexuality. It's kind of weird. It's like she plays it really well. She's still innocent in a certain way.
Okay.
Looking for love
Yeah.
and this sort of thing, but it kind of takes forms, much more in a physical way that may or may not always be what she wants anyway. But it's and I just think it's well played. It takes place in the Depression, that time period, so it kind of sets it at an interesting point.
I often take place in the Depression.
Yes, your own personal one.
That's a whole other show.
Yeah, oh boy. No, I think she plays it really well. She's at this age of where she still comes off as being innocent, but she still is pursuing other things in her life, physical and sexual, and just trying to also belong. She's an orphan, and she's leaving like the big city sort of thingy to kind of, and she's taken in as a housekeeper essentially. Yeah.
Cool.
And so that one's a good one. I haven't seen that one a little bit. Good supporting cast too in that movie. So that's a good little turn for her.
What's next?
Next is another interesting film. I really enjoy this movie. Her performance is innocent, not innocent. Well, yeah, innocent, but it's interesting because it's a Blue Velvet by David Lynch. So the way that her character is written, but also probably directed, but definitely performed, is also being this innocent, but a little more like this kind of ethereal, wide-eyed thing, and that's juxtaposed with all this other stuff that's going on. Craziness, its own little David Lynch universe. And so, she's the girlfriend, but she gets caught up in it, and then she gets interested.
Yeah.
And she's gonna help.
Yeah.
Investigate, do their own thing. Her dad's is a detective for the local police force, but she and her boyfriend are going to go investigate and kind of do their own thing, and gets in a little over their heads.
Yeah.
That one's fun. That one's that one gets dark. That one gets
Yeah.
a little strange.
Spoiler, that's one of mine. So.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah. And it's great because there are times that she's just like doe-eyed, just wide.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she just plunges right in. You know what I mean? She's just gonna go for it. Too.
Yeah, it's
She gets caught up. She's excited.
It's pretty wild to see the way her character goes from just being this
You got it.
wide-eyed innocent, and
Almost like a puppet. She's
Yeah.
just like,
just
and
so
then
like
all of a sudden
everything.
she just goes like right.
right.
in.
It's just
Yeah.
like turn on a dime, and it's
Yeah.
really. And I give David Lynch a lot of credit for directing that performance. He's
Yeah.
so, but the way she pulls that off is just amazing. But I'm sorry, I just
No.
jumped in on
It's
your thing, so.
it's good. And so that would be my second pick, and my third pick is more recent, much more recent, Marriage Story.
Okay.
And there are some wonderful performances in this movie, and it involves a divorce, sometimes not well as divorce can be, messy,
Yeah.
and it gets that way, but her performance as Nora, the attorney, the wife's attorney, is just she is remarkable.
That's actually another one of mine.
She's
yeah, seriously.
She's she knows her stuff.
Oh yeah,
Knows
And
what she has to do,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
she's like driving this force.
and
from
it's so interesting that she's there. There are times when I'm watching that I felt that she caused more problems.
Well, that's
yeah. But she's like because of her own some of her own
definitely
crap and her own agenda, and it's just like, dude,
Yeah.
like you're
Yeah.
making this worse than it
Exactly.
needs to be.
Yeah.
And it turns the Scarlett Johansson character into a little bit more of an attacker.
Yes.
So
yes.
it's
I loved both the two the main characters,
Yeah.
Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson. But what made the movie for me was these nice little touches which are brought by the supporting cast.
Yeah.
Laura Dern and the Alan Alda character, which is the original attorney, the husband's first choice of
Right.
the first attorney. He's a great little juxtaposition against
Yeah.
the other side because
and
he's just this
just-
homespun Andy
Right.
Griffith sort of a character.
and he just doesn't have the bandwidth to
No.
deal with Laura.
No.
No, not at all.
It's
Yeah,
so,
she's great.
Yeah,
in
her
that.
performance. in
It
that
really enhances everything.
she just wants to like grab the opposition by the throat.
Oh
and just
yeah,
go
she
for
totally does. So I'm gonna piggyback
Those
on that.
those
with
are my
best.
three. So yeah, go ahead.
That's mine, and wow. So we got two that are
We get two
that are
out
the
of-
same. And so yeah, Marriage Story. I can't think of much more I would say about that. There were times, and this is sort of I think I don't know, some sort of way to praise the performances that I really hated this character.
Yeah.
Like I just wanted, it's just like, dude,
Yeah.
why are you're being a, but
Yeah.
it's her job, get the most for her client,
Yes.
and
and it's also one of those situations where it is divorce, and it's not for us as the audience so clear cut.
Yeah,
it is
exactly.
sometimes between one and the other, but once the legal representation gets in it,
Yeah,
then
it's-
all of a sudden,
yeah. So it's there are so many other elements that you don't think of.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's fantastic in that. And just to go back to Blue Velvet again,
Yeah.
that was another one of
yeah,
mine.
the other one.
And her doe-eyed, that's the best way to put it, I think, is her
Mhm.
doe-eyed innocence.
Oh yeah,
And then just sort of diving both feet into the muck.
yeah.
It's just it's amazing to see her pull that off. It's
Excuse
believable.
me.
I think there would be some performances where someone who is so young and innocent, I don't want to go so far as to say clueless,
Right, yeah.
but and then to sort of turn like that, it wouldn't be as believable. But
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that she does
Yeah,
make it a little bit more believable.
I agree.
So
And it is true there would be certain actors in that role, and you'd go, "No, you just lost me. I
Yeah.
don't believe that at all."
yeah,
You know,
exactly.
but with her, it is definitely believable.
My last one would be Jurassic Park.
Oh, okay.
And what's great about it is that, given all of the like serious intense stuff that she had, sort of done, and that you kind of knew her for,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she always, when I remember seeing her in that movie, going, really? She's gonna be in this? Because I don't know, I always thought of her more
Yeah.
serious. So, but to see her in this is really, really just fun. To see her in an action Steven Spielberg movie.
Mhm.
It was just really fun. Her,
Yeah.
I love the scene where they're like seeing like dinosaurs like for the first time, and that very,
Yes, yeah.
especially
And
back
and
then,
the
when
other thing too,
special
we're
effects
seeing it for the
Yeah,
first time
exactly,
which is so refreshing.
and that real sense of wonder that we all felt. I mean,
Yeah.
especially, you're going back almost 30 years now. I mean, like now, those special effects,
It's been done.
they're nothing. But
Yeah.
if you go back and look at that movie again, the special effects hold up. They really do.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just love her in that. That's always
Very
been one of
good.
my favorites. My other one, like my sort of not even fourth choice, but like third and a half choice, would have
Yeah.
been her General Holdo in the Star Wars
Okay.
thing, where her character gets a lot of crap, but I think that that's just the way the story plays out. But her performance
Yeah.
is great. I mean, you've got her going up against Poe, and usually, in that movie, it's just like, oh, Poe's one of the like main character heroes thing. He kind of gets to do whatever he wants, and she's just like, yeah,
Right.
no, I don't know who you are.
Exactly.
Weren't you just demoted like
Yeah.
5 minutes ago or something like that? And I think that she works in a Star Wars universe. It's getting to a point where there's some casting in Star Wars that sort of throws you a little
Mhm.
bit, like sometimes with Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, you
that was,
said that
yeah.
that takes you out.
so, but I thought she was fine in that. Like her little, I don't know, storyline, her part of the plot was, I had issues with that. I mean, why did she need to be the one to
Yeah.
be on the ship to set it into hype? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
that stuff. You think that it'd be like an autopilot or something. You didn't need to have someone on the ship. But anyway, or maybe you did. I don't think you did. I have to check the
No.
books.
Yeah.
So anyway, those are my three for Laura
Very
Dern.
good.
I like her a lot. She's really cool.
Yeah. And I don't think she's going away.
Oh,
she'll
God, no.
she'll,
No,
she'll be with us for a
she's
while.
great. Yeah.
And always.
Yeah,
look
she
forward
showed
to-
up on West
always look
Wing.
forward to-
Just like a poet laureate kind of person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, heist. A heist that I'd want to be part of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. First instinct, boom, is to say, Ocean's 11,
Okay.
because they're just fun.
They're always seem to be having fun.
They always seem to be having a good time,
Yeah.
and they're like, they're probably one of the coolest heist groups out there.
Mhm.
Maybe I'd also go in with the Italian Job.
Mhm.
Because they get to drive, those minis in such crazy ways. So that looks like it'd be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you go back a little bit, maybe the guys in the Brinks Job.
Mhm.
That's kind of fun. But yeah, I would probably settle on be part of
Mhm.
Ocean's 11.
Mine is probably not so glamorous, but I still love it. Always considered it a heist film, and it's got its own little twists. But the Sting,
Okay.
I just love how it always seems like it's kind of like this ragtag different group that you don't even know that they're working together sometimes.
Yeah.
There's people brought in, and you're like, well, I didn't know that guy was in. I'm like, oh, that guy's in on it too. Like at the end when there's the big reveal, you're starting to.
Yeah. I mean, and there are some like in that movie Sneakers. Remember that movie
Yes.
Sneakers? They were pretty fun hacker, sort of,
Yeah.
heisty kind of group.
Heist. Yes.
So I mean, that was a fun group as well. That was kind of cool in the early days of like computer hacking. When you look at it now and go, "What are you doing?"
You could just plug this in and
Yeah,
unplug
exactly.
the
you
power
just
source and
okay, we have control of the phone
Yeah.
company.
We're in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It's always we're in.
we're in.
Whoa.
Oh,
I
okay.
guess.
Yeah,
Is that how
sure.
it works? I guess
Great.
that's how it's always going to work.
So, well, it's funny. I'm watching that show, Mr. Robot, now with Rami
Yeah.
Malek, and it's very, very similar. And they have all these elements where, like, but now I'm on my phone,
On the
and
phone
I can do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just, and I'm such an idiot. Sometimes I'll like pause because I want to see like what they're typing. And so it doesn't mean anything to me. I don't read code. I don't know what any of that foolishness is. But I don't know. It's fun, I guess.
All right.
Yeah. Who we doing? We're coming up on our 100th show, by the way, folks. Coming up soon on that. So maybe we'll do something special about that. Maybe our 100th show should be Ethan.
Why not?
Because
Wouldn't it be great if we could like contact him and have him just show up?
What's he doing? What's he doing? What's he doing? Grooming his little goatee?
Well, he's not doing as much as this person, but
No. That would be really cool. Yeah. So, all right, folks. Hope everyone is having a great holiday season and all of that. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching and listening to the podcast and all that good stuff.
They do.